Froge. Of course, it has been about more than just baseball. During your careers, you have helped make, sell, and deliver over 14,000 pizzas. It seems like Bedow and his family sold half of those. You have spent many hours raking and grooming our field, have had 4 very successful spring trips to Tennessee, and many other endeavors. But what the coaches are most proud of is the fine young men that you each have grown into during the past 4 years. Done intentionally, competitive athletics provide a unique opportunity of experiences, ups and downs, good times, and challenges to help young people grow, a microcosm of life, and to learn how to be a contributing part of something bigger than yourself. The coaches thank you, seniors and parents, for allowing us to play a small role in the process of your development. It has been a joy and privilege. It is our hope that you become men that make a positive impact in society, on your future families, or wherever life takes you. A big thank you goes out to the parents of these seniors for their support and many contributions over the past several years. Your assistance and positive support help make Athenian baseball a memorable and positive experience for all of the boys. Thank you. In their last regular season game at the Athenian Complex, let's show our appreciation for the CHS baseball class of 2017. Brendan Dowell, Trent Johnson, Caden Jones, Ethan Pearman, Cale Wendland, Michael Smith, Wesley Zeke, and Deontay Pete. After the coaches meeting at home plate, we will be ready to go and have our starting lineups.
Well, good evening, everybody. We welcome you tonight to the start of a series that probably everybody in 2 school districts and maybe a couple of other sets of towns around this area circles at the start of the season, and that is the North Montgomery and Crawfordsville baseball series. It is the one series that everybody looks forward to. It is the rivalry games of all rivalry games. And folks, we apologize. We were a little bit late getting on. We had some technical difficulties. You saw the very tail end of the senior night ceremonies, and what you saw was all of the senior players from Crawfordsville's team, after they had been introduced and after all their accolades had been mentioned, they went down and they were talking with and giving a hug to Tommy Edwards' parents and family who were at the very end of the line. Tommy Edwards, of course, was killed in a car accident in the off-season, and this 2016-17 baseball team dedicated this season in his memory. So that's what was going on down there, and a very moving ceremony, and certainly very fitting tonight for senior night. It is the last regular season game to be played here at the Crawfordsville Complex, although Crawfordsville will be hosting the sectional tournament in a couple of weeks, so it is not their last game ever on this field. But you don't take the IHSAA and throw senior night activities into any of that sort of stuff. The Chaargers, all in a great show of good sportsmanship, stood on the edge of the lineup down the field and watched the whole senior night ceremonies take place. You see now Coach Froge and Coach Matt Merrick out exchanging lineups, and we'll be getting Dave Raynard on the PA system here in just a moment. And we'll get our starting lineups mentioned, and we'll be ready to start tonight's Sagamore Conference Montgomery County matchup between North Montgomery and the number 1 ranked Crawfordsville Athenians. The Athenians, of course, stayed in the number 1 spot in the Class 3A poll. And here's the North Montgomery starting lineup.
Batting third, the first baseman, number 10, Bryce Frederick. Batting fourth, the catcher, number 22, Gregory Peach. Batting fifth, the left fielder, number 11, Colin Connect. Batting sixth, the starting pitcher, number 3, Mitch Marica. Batting Batting 7th, the third baseman, number 6, Caleb Donahue. Batting 8th, the second baseman, number 2, Kai Warren. And batting 9th, the right fielder, number 21, Cade Codal. The Chargers are coached by Mr. Matt Marica. And now the starters for your number 1 ranked Crawfordsville Athenians. Leading off, the starting pitcher, number 8, Rick Johnson. Batting second, the designated hitter, number 5, Pearson Scott. Scott will be hitting for the starting pitcher, number 11, Owen Bennett. Batting third, the right fielder, number 27, Big Caden Jones. Batting cleanup, the first baseman, number 23, Chase Dowell. Batting fifth, the center fielder, number 20, Josh Blackburn. Batting sixth, the left fielder, number 21, Will Kellerman. Batting seventh, the second baseman, number 4, Peyton Abney. Batting eighth, the shortstop, number 25, Cade Fitzwater. And batting ninth, the third baseman, number 2, Brendan Dowell. Your Athenians are coached by Mr. John Froge. He is assisted by Rhett Welliver, Tony Bean, Tommy Coy, Daryl Hobson, Connor Smith, and Brandon Froge. Tonight's umpires behind home plate, Mr. Mike DuBois. And on the bases, Mr. Scott Mason. Please direct your attention to the American flag located in right field. At this time, the Crawfordsville Community School Corporation and the IHSAA invite you to please stand and remove your caps as we honor the United States of America.
The end of the strains of the national anthem, you probably see a little bit of the flag down the right field line, and along with Aaron Wendell. And Aaron looking pretty sharp out there today. One of the dads for senior night. But just a note for folks wondering, because I had several people ask me this afternoon, the flag is at half staff today. Today is National Peace Officers Day, as declared by the president. And so all flags around the country flying at half staff today in honor not of fallen officers. That comes on Memorial Day when military members are also honored, but today is National Peace Officers Day.
And that would explain the speech by Vice President Pence then.
Yes.
I think there was a conference today where he gave a speech.
Exactly. So something new on the docket, but that's why we've got that. But the pageantry is just about over. Crawfordsville, as the sun sets behind the football stadium to our left, they're a little bit late getting started. The JV game, quite a JV game,
yeah.
huge comeback for North Montgomery to come back and win the JV contest. So that
Crawfordsville won. Crawfordsville won the JV contest.
Okay. There was a scoreboard upside down?
Crawfordsville won because Jake Decker hit a walk-off three-run double.
At the end. That's right.
Yep.
That's right. That's my bad. 10-9.
Yes, sir.
Final score. My bad.
Yeah.
Yep. So that we were chasing lineups and chasing equipment here. So anyway,
down to his last on an 0-2 pitch. Jake Decker absolutely drilled a ball to left center field, all the way to the wall, cleared the bases.
And the Athenians with a big win, so that, who knows if that sets the table for this conference game here. It's a Sagamore Conference matchup, a county matchup. Of course, the Athenians already have clinched at least a share of the conference championship. They are 13-0, or excuse me, 13. They're 10-0, 11-0 going in. Boy, I'm just all over the place tonight. Now, North Montgomery 10-10. I was reading the wrong number. 11-0. Crawfordsville 20-4 in the season, and we're going to have Devin Plant step up to the bat. For North, the Chaargers 10-10 on the season. First pitch, swinging strike. So we are 55 minutes late getting started because of all the various things that went on.
There's the lights. I told Bryce Barton he might as well just turn them on.
Turn them on now. There you go. Foul ball heading over to the little kids. It's the 8th graders playing after the Crawfordsville girls softball team. I shouldn't say girls. The Crawfordsville softball team had a big come from behind win to beat North Montgomery 11-7. I believe was the final score over there. Johnson, 3 pitches, 3 strikes. And strikeout number 298 for Trent Johnson. 102 on the season, is number 1 in the state of Indiana. He is the only pitcher going into today with more than 100 strikeouts in high school action. Justin Clary next up. He's a .319 hitter for these Chaargers, 23 runs. He's a big hitter for North. He's the guy that really needs to get on base, get some stuff done if the Chaargers need to get some runs. Scoring runs has been a little bit of their nemesis this season. Second ball put into play, ground ball to cleanly played over to second, throw to first, and they're 2 up and 2 down. Some changes defensively for Crawfordsville. Abney picked up that ground ball, but he is in his regular home. But we've got Chase Dowell tonight playing first base, a little bit away from his normal spot. Brendan Dowell, who usually plays on third base, is there. Luke Fitzwater is playing shortstop tonight with Johnson on the mound.
Yeah, and then you've got Will Kellerman out
in left field.
And normally you would have Carson Scott out there.
And Carson is designated hitter tonight.
He's
That's right,
tonight
for Bennett.
For Bennett, yeah.
Foul ball. Straight back at Mrs. Utterback there. Good thing the net was there. That would have stung. Count goes to 1-1. 2 up, 2 down quickly for North Montgomery. As we said, the Chaargers 10-10, 7-4 in the Sagamore Conference, looking to improve their lot and get some momentum going into sectionals in a couple of weeks. Foul ball off to the right. The Chaargers have Lebanon in the first round of the sectionals, which will be played here at Crawfordsville High School starting 2 weeks, I believe, from Wednesday.
Yes. Yeah. No, and I was looking at the good pitch. That's up.
Just a little up.
Yeah, the brackets, and I had misread them when I first pulled them up earlier when they came out, Jeff. Crawfordsville and North and Lebanon and Western Boone are all in the top half, and it's Tri-West and Frankfort in the pigtail. That between Tri-West and Frankfort win and you're in the championship, and everybody else has got to play 2 to get there.
Called third strike on Bryce Frederick. He'll have a seat. 3 up, 3 down for North Montgomery as the Chaargers will head out to now defensively. So Trent Johnson with a couple of strikeouts gives him 299 on his career. So we'll get a number ready to go there. Only 3, 5, and 10 pitches. So Johnson sails right through there. The Athenians, pretty much the same starting lineup as we've seen many times here for all you folks watching on YouTube. It'll be Trent Johnson leading off. Trent batting over 400 at 405. It'll be Carson Scott behind him, near 400. Caden Jones has dropped just a little below 400. He's dropped a little bit below 500, excuse me. He'll be up third. Chase Dowell, who's sitting at 333, hitting fourth. It'll be Josh Blackburn after him. Will Kellerman follows. Peyton Abney, then Kate Fitzwater, then Brendan Dowell, and then back to the top of the order. The Athenians, the last 3 games, Aaron, have jumped all over starting pitchers for runs. They've scored 4 or 5 runs in the first or second inning of the last several games, and they're on a 4-game win streak now after losing that game to Whiteland. But that's been their code. You know, these good hitters at the top get on base, the next guys keep them moving, and then they put you underneath their thumb right off the bat.
Well, I've been talking about it. You know, it's one of those things where I think hitting is contagious. So at this point, you know, we'd like to see that continue, and hopefully what we'll see is more of that tonight. We've got Mitch America out on the mound for the Chaargers, and no stranger to the Athenians. Most of these guys have seen, you know, I was thinking about this when we were walking out there, all going back through getting the poster boards ready for senior night and looking back through all the pictures. these guys that are seniors, I mean, they've seen Mitch since they were probably all 8 years old.
Right.
Mitch being a senior also for
Yep.
for the Chaargers. So no mysteries here.
Well, when you get a rivalry like this, when you guys were down on the field and we came on the air, I said this is the series that most baseball fans in the area circle the very first day of the season, because this is the one you don't want to miss. Tomorrow night they play at North Montgomery, and just
so they
like
finally got their field ready after all that rain. I had to throw that dig in.
There we go. It was a little pond. I'm all right out in dead center field. They pumped and pumped and pumped. It just kept on running in. But they've had some JV and some other action up there, so they're ready to go. Trent Johnson steps up to the plate, takes a called third strike. We were talking about Mitch America. Mitch is 1-2 on the season. He's got a 2.49 ERA. This is only, however, his 5th appearance. There's a drive right up the middle. Johnson hits it right back where it came from. And Crawford. Trent got plunked on the first pitch on Saturday at Park Tudor.
I didn't even make it through the gate. And I heard him announce his name, and then I saw him trotting down to first base. So there was a rash of plunkings over there on Saturday, actually.
So
the designated hitter, Carson Scott.
Carson Scott next up. Always figures. I send a message up to Dave, and they get it wrong.
What was that?
They just announced that Trent was over 300 strikeouts. His next strikeout is his 300th strikeout. So, oh well. I should have written it down and sent it with a courier. Scott shows bunt, takes a called strike. You know it's a big game when you got Mike DuBois behind the plate. Mike has about 6 state finals to his credit. Comes out of Lafayette. If there's a better umpire in this area, that was a great bunt. This is going to be big trouble.
Nobody on third. Trent just kept going.
Johnson.
No, that's heads-up baseball right there, folks. I hope that showed up on the tape, Michael. That was just heads-up baseball right there. He did. As soon as he saw Donahue break for the ball, he knew right away what he was doing.
Yep.
So
and Scott is just a great bunter. We've seen him bunt the ball well. We've seen him bunt the ball down the left, the third baseline. We've
He's a
seen
switch
him,
hitter, too.
whatever it is. Exactly right. So he bunts the ball down for a hit. Johnson never slows down at second base with no coverage, and so he stands at third base. So
90 feet away from the go-ahead run.
Yep. So now we are 4 pitches into the game, and the Athenians already have a guy at third.
Mitch going up the strike zone tonight. Right away again with the first pitch strike to Caden.
Jones, a .479 hitter, 25 runs scored, 34 hits, 35 RBIs, 8 doubles, a triple, and a home run. Fouls one there. Keep Coach Froge hopping down there.
That was a hot shot.
That was a hot shot. I don't know if a glove would have even knocked that one down. Caden Jones, second in the Sagamore Conference in batting average. He is 4th in the conference in slugging percentage. He leads the conference in RBIs. He's 2nd in runs scored, and he leads in on-base percentage. Other than that, he doesn't do much.
Yeah, he's just an average year.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
So takes a pitch outside. Count goes to 1-2.
Kind of surprised we haven't seen Carson try to do something here.
Doesn't move. Another one.
Back
heading for the kids down by the football field.
All the way over onto the football field. Maybe even out in the parking lot.
We have a massive crowd here tonight.
Yeah.
We have got every Crawfordsville baseball fan that's ever lived is here, and North Montgomery has got just a great crowd over on their side too. Jones drives one to high left center. That's carrying a little farther.
He did.
And it's passed. It gets past Connect.
Just about.
So Scott had to wait because he thought, as we all thought, the ball was going to be caught, so he was waiting to tag up. So he motors around and he slides in safely to third base.
Connect took his eye off the ball to see how close he was to the fence, because the ball did hit right at the base of the fence, and he lost it there for a second, stuck the glove out, and the ball just went around it.
Because it was not touched, it will not go as an error. It will go as Jones's 9th double of the season, which I believe now puts him in 2nd in the Sagamore Conference also. So bring up Chase Dowell. Dowell hitting .333 on the season, 17 runs, 23 hits. He's got a handful of doubles, 20 RBIs.
Is that Bryce Frederick behind the plate for?
It is.
Bryce, another senior for the Chaargers.
Yep. Looking up some other notes here. Jones is
No,
double.
no, that's Peach behind.
Was it Pete? My bad. Pete, I was looking up another note.
Yeah,
Jones,
my bad.
Yep, no, it was mine too. 33rd career double for Jones, and that's 7th all time at Crawfordsville High School. 1-0 on Dowell. Ball in the dirt. Peach is a long ball hitter himself. He's got 3 home runs on the season, which leads the Sagamore Conference.
My guess is that puts Bryce Frederick as the DH then.
Yep.
And there for a strike.
Called strike.
2-1 count.
Yep. Frederick's actually at first base. The Chargers are going without a designated hitter tonight.
Tonight.
Yep, no DH.
Right. So I'll just maybe she.
Ooh, foul ball. That one had
at the Chargers.
Coach Welliver moving a step and a half.
We've actually got a pretty good Charger crowd out there in the overflow bleachers along the first base line there.
Yeah.
That was headed right towards them.
Well, and there's a big crowd in the knothole gang here on the top row of the football stadium back there.
Yeah, and we speaking of knothole, we got some guys out there on the over the Athenians out there in right center field also.
Was that Rocky Coble that just pulled down that one-handed foul ball? Kind of looked like it.
Yeah, sure does.
It'd be the first time he's caught one-handed in a long while. I watched his softball escapades for a while. He couldn't do that with a glove. Swing and a miss. Oh.
Back in the day, he probably hauled in a few footballs one-handed.
Yes.
If you went back and could find some old VHS tapes, you might see that.
Oh, and I'm totally kidding on Rocky. He was a great softball player, and he played some baseball for the Chargers as well. That's his son out in right field, so he is now in the process of raising some Chargers.
Well, didn't I see also his son, I think, won the conference in the long jump?
Yes. Yep. He's playing, and it's the same son.
So, oh, really?
He's doing both sports.
Wow.
Doing both sports.
Okay.
Josh Blackburn up for Crawfordsville, 290 hitter on the season, 10 runs scored, 20 hits, 22 RBIs. Has got 2 ducks on the pond out there. America throws one right by him.
Evens count, 1 ball, 1 strike
for
Blackburn. It's here we're trying anything we can to get a ball in play because Jones not being held.
There's a little.
That's trouble.
Off the fist. That
nobody on third.
And the throw, and he's got to stay. Oh, he slides off the base for the out. So Jones with good hustle.
Yeah, heads up play.
Good heads up play, but all his own momentum.
Yep.
Too much of Jones there. He just slid right past.
Well, the good news is we did get the run out of it.
So Blackburn reaches, on a fielder's choice, and gets the RBI because it drives in Scott from third, but Jones is out on a 6-5. Second out of the inning. It'll bring up Will Kellerman. Kellerman, a 210 hitter, 11 runs scored, 13 hits, 5 RBIs.
Takes a strike there.
Yep. Blackburn off of first. Couple jump steps, but doesn't go.
Yeah.
Pitch high and out.
I know Peachy's got a good arm, so at this point, without having the runner on third, Josh runs well, but I'd be surprised if we try something here.
Called strike on the corner. 1-2 on Kellerman. Athenians get the first 2 guys on base and get them both in. Jones has an RBI. Blackburn's got an RBI. The Athenians have a couple of runs on the board. Scoreboard runner goes. Called third strike. So it doesn't matter what he does. So that's a second strikeout registered by America. So
on 4 hits, no errors, Bentley 2.
It's 2 runs.
2 runs, excuse me.
Yes. Man, did Carson Scott did he get transported into space or what?
He disappeared by going across home plate.
2 runs, 3 hits. Technically no errors on the Chargers, although Coach America would sure like to have that ball caught in left field and 1 runner left on base.
And you'd like to see the ball fielded clean. Even though they got Caden over there, you'd like to see that ball fielded cleanly. That was the little blooper out there from Blackburn.
19 pitches for Mitch America. Talking about Trent, Trent Johnson coming out to pitch the second inning for Crawfordsville. Now has thrown 54 innings on the season. He has 7-2, 0.79 ERA. Tonight is his 12th appearance. It is his 10th start. He also has 2 saves and a no-hitter. So when Trent Johnson comes out, things always usually happen. He's allowed 26 hits, 15 runs, only 6 earned runs in the course of those 54 innings now pitched. He has walked a dozen, and he has now struck out 103 on the season. As we mentioned, that leads the state of Indiana. So, and Trent's next strikeout will be his 300th. So, it will be 4, 5, and 6 for.
We get the Peach brothers back to back
Yep.
here.
No, we got Peach and Connect.
Connect. Oh, Connect.
Yep, Peach and then Connect.
That's right. Matthews number 7.
Yep. Johnson, first pitch swinging, and a catch by Abney.
Strong.
And that's a little bit more difficult catch than you think, because that literally is in the sun.
Yeah,
I mean, the sun is just at just the spot. It probably would have been right in Abney's face.
The left fielder, Colin Connect.
Colin Connect next up. Colin is a .305 hitter. 13 runs scored, 18 hits on the season, 14 RBIs. Having a decent year for the 5 spot for the Chaargers. Playing left field, takes first pitch up for ball 1.
Quarterback for the Chaargers.
For the football team, absolutely right.
Foul
ball.
Everybody's hustling for that one.
Somebody call it?
Trent.
And Trent will call it.
And that's the right call.
That's
right
the
there.
golden rule: is don't make your catcher have to move around with all that gear and with that goofy glove.
Yeah.
So
It's not made for the pop flies.
That's right. Trent Johnson, who normally plays shortstop when he's not pitching, that's a pretty routine thing for him to go get a foul ball. So very quickly, the Chargers have 2 outs. This brings up Mitch Merica. Merica is also having a good hitting season, .340. First pitch misses in.
Just inside.
He has scored 14 runs. He's got 17 hits to his credit. He's knocked in 11 on the year.
I think I saw on social media that he's going to continue playing baseball at Franklin.
That's right. That's right. Saw a couple of pictures actually in the Journal. Also had the signing ceremony. Technically, there is no such thing for Division III, but still called strike there.
Come on now, 8. One more. Come on, get That's tough.
Winds and fires.
Outside.
Gets outside, evens a count.
2 strikes. He's not going to give Mitch anything he can do anything with.
No.
You got Donahue on deck for the Chargers.
Johnson works quickly. Here's a 2-hopper. Foul ball, says Mike DuBois.
Yeah.
Play over there.
So
Flashing some leather.
Dowell throws a bunch of glove around, but it's all for the cameras.
The killer bee. Well, the good news about that is great play. It shows that everybody's. Yeah, there we go. We get the web gym there. So, yeah, awesome there. So, yeah, nice job. Everybody's dialed in. Not letting anything go here. All out on everything. So keeps the count. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
So Johnson. This is a Johnson pitch here. Pitcher's pitch coming up with 2-2. Off speed. Gets a bat on it. This floats into foul territory where Seadoll will come into it. So the Athenians put North down in order, and Johnson down in order second time in a row. 1, 3, and 6, 9 pitches, 19 overall for Trent Johnson, so he's sailing right along.
Getting better as he goes.
Yeah, no kidding. So that'll bring the bottom of the order up for Crawfordsville. The Athenians 24 on the season, 11-0 in the Sagamore Conference. A win tonight or win in any of the 3 games remaining this week. Tonight here, tomorrow night at North, and then Friday at Frankfort. A win in any of those 3 games will give the Crawfordsville the undisputed conference championship. The win on Saturday, also the notch is number 20. It's the 14th year in a row that Crawfordsville has notched a 20-win season.
That's amazing.
Yeah, and I'm trying to remember from my story, 23rd, I believe.
You just walk down the fence and count them on your way out tonight.
20, yeah. No, I was counting conference championship.
Oh, conference championship.
Because this year is the 25th conference championship. doing some historical research during the season, everybody found I had been going off of the Bible/media guide that we get from the baseball program, and we were assuming that this would be the 24th conference championship, but there was one that was that had eluded the record keeper someplace.
I think you go all the way, because I noticed they hung a few more signs up here recently.
Yep.
So.
This year, this is the 25th baseball Sagamore Conference championship for the Crawfordsville baseball program. 23rd under John Froge. Peyton Abney steps up to the plate, bends over and takes ball one. He's a 176 hitter, 12 runs, 13 hits on the season, 16 RBIs. He's got 4 doubles and a dinger. Ball down and away.
2-0.
Fitzwater and Dowell will be up next, and then the top of the order for Crawfordsville, who got the lead, the leading hitters, the number 1 and 2 hitters on base in the bottom of the first, and scored them both. Pitch just a little up.
It's an automatic take here,
Yep.
I think. Yeah.
Were you, when with this after this pitch?
Ball 4.
Misses, ball 4.
Free ride.
On Saturday, did you happen to notice when Caden Jones took a whiff at a 3-0 pitch?
Why, yes, I did.
And I was in the press box with Bruce Whitehead, Courtney Whitehead's dad, former athletic director here in Crawfordsville.
Bruce probably cringed at
yes,
that.
and Coach Froge. There was not a sermon on the mound,
no.
but there was definitely a sermon in the base paths, and there was as long as the umpire let them chat.
Yes.
And I asked Coach Froge after the ball game about that, and he said you just really don't want to know what was talked about.
I'm pretty sure it wasn't whether his socks matched.
Yeah. Ooh, plunked him, got him in the hand. Did it hit? We're going to check and see if the. Oh, no. Mike is calling a foul ball. It hit him in the hand, but they're going to have to check and see if the.
Yeah, we'll see here. Let them sort it out. This is so you say, hey, tell me what you saw.
Yep.
So he's going to go out.
Well, it got him on the hand because because Fitzwater, and this is one of those deals for Fitzwater, who's literally playing his way back into the batting order, into the playing rotation, after breaking his hand in the first game of the year on a pitch just like that. Got hit by a pitch in the hand.
Yeah.
So, Coach Froge is smiling as he walks away. So he's obviously not in too much pain. But our crack umpiring staff out there, they're going to
sort it out.
Yeah.
Oh, it's just dead ball.
And they're going to give him first.
So I was going to say, I think what the term that we would use. Coach America wants to talk about that.
Well, he's got a legitimate beef. I mean, for a home plate umpire to go out and get himself overruled, and that's a tough angle for the other umpire too. The hands are part of the bat. So Coach Merrick, and of course that's just nothing better than a rivalry thing, because that will get Coach Merrick is going to get time. He's just going to go out and have a chat with his son.
They'll calm him down.
Yeah.
I think what that was for Coach Froge and Caden on Saturday was a sidebar conversation. I'm not a lawyer, didn't stay at a Holiday Inn Express last night, but I think that's the right term.
Yeah, that'd be just about right. So Coach Merrick got his point to Mike DuBois at home plate, and now he's going to go out and tell his guys, hey, you let me get mad about this stuff. Don't you be worried about this. But of course they got the Crawfordsville fans, and there's a throng of them over here. They got them all fired up. It's a rivalry game, and so they all know him. So that'll bring up the number 9 hitter for Crawfordsville, Brendan Dowd, 292 on the season, 6 RBIs, 19 runs scored, 14 hits. So again, the Athenians have the number 1 and 2 hitters on in the at bat, and in the bottom of the first inning, they scored both of those guys.
Now this is good because we already had one umpire go out. Now we got to have the second one. So. Coach America don't want to talk to him again, so he's going to head back. No,
and they were going to give him a few extra seconds after the shall we say, the charged atmosphere, not the Chaarger atmosphere, but the charged atmosphere. All right, so we're back to action here. We're in the bottom of the second inning, nobody out, 2 on for Crawfordsville, leading 2-0 here in the as we start to drag to the end of the regular season. Dowell.
Everybody going.
Everybody moves. Called strike. Dowell has a stirrup loose.
Oh, so he does, yeah. I don't think it'll slow him down.
Not too much. Not too much wind resistance.
Yeah,
and
not a lot of drag there.
And a little stirrup.
So that was probably all about Coach Froge seeing what he needed to see as far as.
There's the throw to second.
Yeah.
Clary went away.
Right.
And then the throw came behind Abney at second base. That's Kai Warren was they're trying to take the throw, was not in time. One strike. Here we go. Runners moving, or not runners moving, fielders moving.
Everybody in the field's rolling there. So.
The only guy that wasn't running someplace was the umpire.
Yeah. He was keeping Peachy company.
Yes. And the base umpire. He didn't move too far either. But the ball's inside. 1-1's a count. Number 9 hitter for Crawfordsville, Brendan Dowell. Shows the bunt. Throw to third. Not in time.
Okay. And
everybody's
rolls on over to second there, too.
So that will go down as a double steal.
And the pitch was
was inside.
Yeah. Good read by the guys there to take that one to make it happen.
Yep. Abney just was flying down, and Clary had to come down and try and take the throw. Throw was up just a little bit.
Yeah.
Wasn't in enough time. So the Ducks are on the pond now. This pitch is down.
Here we go, Brendan.
Hitter's pitch coming up, 3-1.
Yeah.
Foul ball. Over to the kids.
Way back.
Yep.
That went into the visiting.
You got a fan today. He's
A
calling
fan.
the ball.
A fan. Good.
Yeah. Better getting hit by it.
That's right. Means you're paying attention to both fields. Full count. Time bomb. Asked for by Dowell. Everybody resets. Infield way up for Crawford for North.
Trying to cut down the.
You got to cut this run down. You can't give Crawfordsville a couple, three more. There's a one hopper to second. Oh, and the throw comes to home.
That's just the inexperience right there.
Yeah, just a little bit. Abney broke, and Warren saw the break, and in the process of fielding it, just saw the break initially, and then he threw to home. So,
a freshman, Kai Warren.
Right. Yeah, he is of that Warren family, and I'll guarantee you that kid will be a great baseball player. And then over the course of, he's been good this year. He's just going to get nothing but better. He's a good athlete, and he's got a good kid. So. But that gives Trent Johnson a bases loaded situation.
Nobody out, nowhere to put Trent, so you have to throw to him.
Yeah. Singled in the second pitch in the first inning and eventually scored. He's got the second pitch coming right now. Identical situation. Timeout asked for by Johnson.
All right, let's go.
Johnson's 31st hit of the season in the first inning. His 38th run. Ground ball. That's a tweener. Scores one.
Oh, get by him.
Gonna go. Now we got an E7. Is going to score two. And everybody advances.
So a single and an error for Johnson.
So Johnson gets a single and an RBI. And then everybody moves up a base. Abney scores on the single. Fitzwater scores on the E7.
Let's go, 5.
And Dowell moves over to third base on the E7. And that brings up Carson Scott. Johnson gets his coat. Cam Saunders, the designated jacket guy.
Carson Scott.
Scott laid down a video perfect bunt his first time up down the first baseline, and that's got Frederick up 2 steps into the grass already. Doubting Carson will be bunting here with everybody about 80 feet away from him.
Actually
backs off.
Got both the corners. Everybody's in on the grass.
Everybody's in.
They're all the way in. So you got everybody backing up a little bit now.
Yep. But again, it's runners at first and second. 2 runs already in for the.
It wouldn't be surprised. I mean, here's some situational where you could see with Brendan. as well as he runs down there on third base, and Carson batting left-handed as well as he bunts,
Yep.
you could see the suicide squeeze happening here.
Reminds me, I got a great story from the Michigan-Purdue game yesterday. There's a two-hopper to second. Warren's got a throw. He's out.
Ooh,
Yep.
Good recovery.
That was a nice recovery by Warren because the ball got up right into his belt basically, and
where it went.
And it dropped straight down. So he knocks it down, throws Scott out at first. Nobody advances. That puts the first out up on the board. Purdue stole a sign yesterday. Michigan had guys on second and third. They put the suicide squeeze on. Had a lefty at the plate. Purdue obviously stole the sign. They threw the ball so far outside, the batter tried to step on the plate and threw his bat out to try and get interference called or anything, and the guy was 30 feet out. The guy, because it was a suicide squeeze, he was running from third. So, all right. So they put Jones on.
Nothing makes him more angry than that.
Well,
and that's probably not so much as just Caden as it is to create the force out at second base there.
Jones with 36 RBIs. That's also part of that strategy. But you still bring up Chase Dowell, who's a 333 hitter, 17 runs, 23 hits, and he's not chopped liver up there at the plate either. So 2 in, 3 on, 1 out, bottom of 2. Crawfordsville doing what they like to do best, get out on you early. Pitch is a strike.
Catches the outside corner there. It's a little sloppy baseball behind Mitch tonight there. He's not getting much help from his defense.
Caught a fly ball that should have been caught. Swing and a miss.
Over that one. Strike 2.
1-2-1 Dowell. Blackburn's on deck with an RBI fielder's choice in the first inning. Foul ball to the right. That's out past Rocky out there this time.
Yeah, nobody getting that one. Be a great place to put. Although I guess they have cheated over guarding the lines in right field. Really, the gap here is in right center. Yeah, wow. Right towards the Athenian side. If Chase can straighten that out, it'll roll all the way to the pool.
Yes.
Strike
3.
Yeah.
Right. Put the second out up on the board, and that'll bring up Will Kellerman.
Is that 2 strikeouts for Chase, too?
Yes.
Unusual.
Swinging. I'm sorry, it's Blackburn. I put it in the wrong spot. Yeah, swinging and looking. Blackburn next up. Fielder's choice, scored a run, takes a strike.
Okay, so he's going to be consistent with that outside corner. Mitch is going to paint it out there, and Mike's going to give it to him.
Foul ball, just up into the screen.
Doesn't quite clear the net.
Yep.
So you'd like to see with 2 away here, you'd like, and bases still loaded, you'd like to see a little more damage happen if you're the Golden Blue here.
Yeah.
Oh,
chops that one and it's foul.
That's the high cheddar there.
Yeah.
He chased ball 1, but he's obviously in defense mode here.
Yep.
Anything he thinks that he's either going to get called on or can try to do something with, he's going to
gotta put a bat on it. And there's the hit. And that's going to get almost between outfielders. That's going to move everybody 2 bases. There's that's a sliding in, but we'll certainly give Blackburn the credit. A double. Yep. 2 RBIs. It moves Jones to third. It scores Johnson. It scores B-Dow. That's 4 on the board. That is Blackburn's fourth double of the season, and he now has 3 RBIs on the night. That gives him 25 RBIs on the season. Will Kellerman is the 9th Crawfordsville hitter this at-bat.
He struck out his first at-bat.
Took a look. Yep, took a called third strike.
Backwards K.
Yep. 3 Ks already for America, but the Athenians have twice that in runs.
Caden out there messing with Mitch a little bit acting like he's going to break for home.
Yep.
Clearly not going to do anything.
Although
all I will say this though, Kellerman is a really good bunter.
Yes.
It's hard to find somebody on the Crawfordsville team who can't lay down a bunt when duty calls.
Yep. Probably don't get your hat. Swing and a miss. You probably don't get your hat at the end of spring warm-ups if you can't put a bunt down.
True statement.
Some guys heading down to the North Montgomery bullpen.
Yeah. Looks like
there's a rip down the.
Looks like Swick.
Yep. There's a rip down the first baseline.
35. That is Tyler Swick. Senior for the Chaargers down there, warming up his arm.
See if he's going to become the first fireman called in.
Yeah.
Ooh, just an ever tiny little piece of that ball.
Just the cap of the bat there.
Yep. Count stays at 1-2.
I think Kellerman doing everything he can here to extend this rally here in the bottom of the second for the Athenians. Fouls one off. So
this will be the 7th pitch of the at-bat coming up.
Near miss.
More acrobatics in the fan stands tonight. Swick 2-1 on the season, so he's had some good outings for the Chargers. 1-2 count. Swing and a miss. So Kellerman goes down on strikes for the second time. 4 runs, 1, 2. 4 runs on 2 hits. There was 1 error, Dave. Sorry. And 2 runners left on base. So America has 2, 5, 6, 11, 15, 22, 26, 28, 34 pitches. That half inning.
I'd say that was a gob of pitches.
Yeah, 53 already for young Mr. America. So
to put it in technical terms.
Yeah, a gob, a lot. You know, that'll put Trent Johnson back out on the mound. He's thrown 19 pitches. Yeah, so the Athenians in control here early after two innings of play, leading North Montgomery 6-0. The Athenians 20-4 on the season, 11-0 in the Sagamore Conference. They clinched at least a share of the conference championship. Can win the outright championship for the second straight year with a win here tonight, or a win tomorrow at North, or with a win at Frankfort on Friday. We've talked many times about it. They maintained their number 1 ranking in the state Class 3A poll earlier today. North Montgomery is 10-10 on the season, 7-4 in the Sagamore Conference.
Yeah, I think
They've had some good days and had some off days. Most of the off days have come out when they just can't string 3 or 4 hits in a row together.
And you're going to have a hard time doing that against the pitching they're going to see tonight and tomorrow night.
Yeah, because Chase Dowell will be pitching tomorrow night, and he only brings a 9-1 record into the whole thing. So, yeah, Trent 7-2, less than a 1.00 ERA. As we said, 103 strikeouts. Ball 1. This is Caleb Donahue. Caleb, a .250 hitter, 5 RBIs, 9 runs scored, 13 hits, couple of doubles on the season. Foul ball into the screen.
1-1.
Or as the hockey announcers say, into the protective netting.
Got too busy being a spectator here. I lost my little spark line for pitches. I'm going to keep up here.
All right.
Yep.
That's a strike. 1-2.
I think that was whether he swung at it or not. It was going to be a pitch.
I don't think that. Didn't have to ask the first base umpire for help on that one.
No, that caught the outside third of the plate.
All up.
Let's go.
A little change of level there. Trying to see if he can get Caleb to chase one out of the zone with the 2 strikes on it.
Yep. Evens the count at 2-2. Trent's looking for his. There's a foul ball. Looking for his 300th career strikeout. Sits at 299. Right now. And he is moving up the Crawfordsville records ladder too.
Sure.
We'll get through that in a minute or two. There it is.
There it is.
and we can say it loud enough for Jim Amadon to hear it. That was Trent's 300th career strikeout. So a big K for Trent Johnson right there. A little note right there. That was number 300. It'll bring up Kai Warren .250 hitter on the season, 2 RBIs, 4 runs scored, 5
Probably
hits.
not a distinction that Caleb wanted.
Yeah, no kidding. First pitch swinging. Full. Fitzwater takes it up off the low. Off the off scoop. Off the off hop.
Oh. Doesn't get much prettier than that.
No, it sure doesn't. Get used to that number 25 out there for all the Crawfordsville fans, because that's where that young man will be living the next couple of years. Trent Johnson's heir apparent at shortstop. This brings up Cade Coble. Off speed, drops off the plate. Strike one. Cade's a .233 hitter, 6 runs scored, 7 hits, 2 RBIs. A double to his credit. Swing and a miss on that one.
Trent working him inside there.
Johnson just about got this thing on cruise control right now. So swing and a miss. 6 pitches to Donahue, but 6, 7, 10 pitches. So we get to double digits again. So 29 pitches, so 3 up, 3 down for North Montgomery. We head to the bottom of the third.
Nice and boring.
Yeah.
When I was in the dugout, that's what I like.
Strikeouts are that's right.
Nice.
Let's see here. Let's look at some of these things. I did had some time to sit down and we'll go through the media guide. If Caden Jones, that intentional walk gives him 81 on the season, and he only needs, I believe, 2 more walks to tie for first all time at Crawfordsville.
That would make sense.
Yeah. Trent's 100 now at 301 strikeouts. He is in 4th place all time and has got a ways to go to get to the number 3 spot.
Yeah.
So, but it's certainly doable this season. So we got a sub.
Tyler
Mike.
Swick. Yep.
Okay, so we'll get some data on Swick here in a moment. As soon as I get my pages back where I want them.
Put America out at 3rd is what they did.
Okay, so Swick, read these right. It's his 9th appearance of the season, 2-1 record, 2.66 ERA. He has thrown 23.2 innings on the season, 25 hits, 15 runs, 9 earned. He's walked 2 and struck out 23. So a 10 plus to 1 walks to scoring ratio.
What you'll see with Caleb is he's not going to throw the ball by you with a whole lot of velocity, but he will throw you everything but the kitchen sink. So he's got all kinds of junk he's going to throw. Reminds me of the guy from Bull Durham we were talking about.
Right.
One of the other shows that it was the older guy that was still throwing in the minor leagues, and that's exactly what was going on here.
You betcha.
Caleb will bring you.
So Crawfordsville will come in the top of the third. They batted around in the second, so Peyton Abney will lead off once again.
And as I said, there it is, the big bender.
Big bender. They looked at some 75 and 80 mile an hour fastball, maybe a little bit above 80 mile an hour fastball from American. They won't see anything like that from Swick.
Now you're just going to see a steady feed of breaking balls.
Yep.
So
it'll be close to the plate, but see if they can make him chase a little bit. 1-1. Abney walked and scored. Jumps on a slow one there and follows it, pops it straight up in the air.
Not sure.
And finally, Clary is going to come up with it. So the F6 puts the first out of the game up. Cade Fitzwater next up.
That's the first inning that we haven't got the leadoff guy on.
Yes, indeed. That'll bring Cade Fitzwater up. Fitzwater, who had a really nice defensive play a few moments ago, was hit by a pitch, stole second, scored on an outfield error. Swings and fouls this one off.
Keeps everything back, and that's what he does. These guys are going to just have to learn to.
Oh, you got to wait. You got to wait on pitches now.
Patient,
yeah, you got to wait on pitches now.
It's a good chance for take a little pressure off when you're winning 6-0 here, but good opportunity to work on hitting your curveball.
Mm-hmm.
So, Coach Welver, I'm sure, gives them a few of those in BP, but it's a chance to see it for real live action here.
Yep. Strike 2. Ball up. Fitzwater, 222 hitter on the year. Still looking to score, or I should say, that right after this pitch, Puts it in play, steps it to short, throw. That run that Fitzwater scored in the previous at-bat was his first run scored of the season.
Okay.
We'll bring up Brendan Dowell. Dowell reached on a fielder's choice and eventually scored. He's a .292 hitter on the year, 20 runs scored now, 14 hits, 6 RBIs. Hitting in the 9 hole for the Athenians as he has just about all year. Takes a mighty cut at that off speed.
Well, what you don't want to see here is you don't want to see the Athenians take a break here. You'd like to see them keep the pressure on, even though 6 runs ahead here. You just want to just keep hammering at these guys as best you can.
Right.
Just about got Brendan with that one.
Evens account at 1-1. Swick. Swinging and miss. Boy, the top of the order comes up. They're going to have to bring a calendar along. They've been used to watching that heat come in.
Yeah.
But that's what you do. You bring that something real different in.
Yeah.
Good
try to stop the bleed.
That's right. Good move by Coach America.
Under that.
Hop fly. Clary's going to get out and field it here in very short left field.
No hits, no errors.
So the Athenians go in order here in the bottom of the 3rd inning. Crawfordsville, 6 runs on 5 hits. Officially only 1 North Montgomery error so far. The Chaargers have gone 9 up, 9 down. So now they're going to see Johnson for the 2nd time. So if you're Coach America, this is that. Let's,
Here's the deal, though.
You know what you're going to get.
He hasn't thrown 30 pitches yet.
Nope.
And some of the guys haven't even seen 3 pitches from each one of them. So he's not had to necessarily show him his whole repertoire. So he's, they haven't seen, all the off speed and all the fastball. So anyway, I would say. I venture to say that Trent will be able to keep him off balance enough that.
Yeah. Well, he's got the upper hand. He's got a 6-run lead and has all the. He's coming off of plenty of rest. He hasn't thrown since the middle of last week. So.
Well, this is kind of like put it in football terms. This is when it's like 3rd down and 22, and you're on the defensive line. You just pin your ears back and go, and that's got to be Trent's mindset here out on the mound. Is he's just going to go attack these guys. He's got a 6-run lead. It's not like he's, got to nibble around the plate. He could just try and throw the ball right by these guys.
They get a hit, you get a hit. That's about all it works out. So Johnson's got 4 strikeouts, 2 in the first and 2 in the 3rd. That 3rd strikeout in the last at bat. And Johnson hit the magic 300 mark for his career. Top of the order for North Montgomery, Devin Plant, the first strikeout victim.
The center fielder, Devin Plant.
He's a .291 hitter, 9 RBIs, 13 runs scored, 16 hits. Foul off to the right side. Chargers and the Athenians do battle again tomorrow evening, a 6 o'clock start.
I thought they were doing it the same time.
No, I think it's 7 o'clock. 7 o'clock start at North Montgomery.
Yeah. I don't know if it's senior night for them or not.
Let's see if I can get to the North stats. I wrote it down. Just outside, ball 1. The Chargers have home Thursday. They have home with North Putnam. Friday at Webo. Next Monday they are home to Rockville.
Yeah, so we won't have to deal with the pageantry up there tomorrow night.
Nope, will not. That waits for next Monday with Rockville.
Yeah, and Coach America's alma mater, actually.
Yes. He has his picture on the wall in the basketball gymnasium.
I've seen it.
Yep.
Good pitch.
Strike 1. Justin Clary grounded out to second, his first time up. Abney came up with a clean pick and threw him out. Cut on that.
ahead now. Here we go.
0-2. Clary, fastball outside.
I'm sure Trent's working on some stuff here again when he's
Yep.
just his baseball IQ is high enough, and he's
Swing and a miss.
He's going to come after these guys.
Six Ks for Johnson.
And Trent's the kind of competitor. He absolutely wants to own these guys.
Right.
So.
Right. Well, very real possibility. It's the last time he'll play these against their natural rivalries.
Yep.
You can't assume that that things will fall in just the right place to get him in the sectionals. Called strike. This is Bryce Frederick. Called third strike, his first time up. 455 hitter coming in.
Nice.
There's the bender.
I'll put him in the box. Let's go.
High arm lift there.
3 up, 3 down.
Johnson strikes out the side. 4, 8, 11 pitches though. What are we going to do?
I'm going to have to figure out a new numeric pattern.
Call Rhett. 4 innings pitched, 40 pitches.
So
7 strikeouts for
just
Johnson.
now crossed the threshold that he has to have the mandatory 1-day rest.
Yeah.
So it took him 4 innings to get there.
So North can breathe easier. They will not see Johnson tomorrow. I did find out after the Danville win on Friday night because Danville didn't throw their ace.
Yeah.
And there is a brand new Sagamore Conference rule that if you throw 60 pitches against a team in the first meeting, you cannot pitch in the second.
Really?
Yep.
So they've got above and beyond the state regulation.
Right. Well, and I think that was just set up for this exact thing. A rain-out situation like with Danville and, of course, North Frankfort. Have got the spread apart games. So I don't recall if Trent Johnson pitched against Frankfort the first time they played, but if he threw 60 pitches, then he can't pitch in the Friday game.
Well, the other thing I heard after the game was that quite possibly he was injured at some point between the first meeting and the second meeting.
Who was that?
Their ace for Danville.
Well, he threw. He's the guy that played third base.
Okay.
He was the stud at third base, and he threw 7 innings of shutout ball.
Well, I saw the game as well. Okay.
Yeah. But in the first meeting over there.
Right.
Yeah.
Somebody has said that maybe it was their number 2 that's injured.
They're 2 through 5. They're 2 through 5 were hurt.
Okay, that's
when I talked with the coach.
That's what it was.
From my interview. Yeah. No.
So you confirm that?
Yes. He said no. He said 2 through 5, and they're all non-baseball injuries.
Ooh.
Yeah. He said we're hoping to get 1 or 2 of them back by the sectionals.
Get some bubble wrap.
Yeah.
Trent
foul. Takes a pitch and then fouls one away. Johnson has reached base twice on 2 singles, has scored twice. He has an RBI, so he just drives his .405 average another couple of bunch of notches hop. Swick.
Bender.
Ooh, just up.
Yeah, that's a case where the ball crosses the plate, and that was definitely up. Now it dropped by the time it caught it, but that's good job by the umpire there.
Yep. Johnson gets underneath one, but it's a long run for a couple guys.
That's going to be foul.
That's into foul territory.
Clary
picks it up.
No surprise there. Good athlete out there at short.
Absolutely.
Nice,
so Clary goes a long distance and pulls the ball down in foul territory. Johnson's out for the first time this night. He now is 1 for 3. It'll bring up Carson Scott here in the bottom of the 4th inning with the Athenians up 6-0. Scott singled on a bunt, drug one down the first base line, his first time up. He eventually scored, grounded out to second base, his second time up.
Go see Scott.
Okay, so going back to your 60-pitch Sagamore rule, that means America could turn around. No, he has
to
take
53.
He has to take the day off. So he has to take the day off. That's the state reg kicks in there.
Yep.
If you throw over 31, you got to take a day off.
Yep, absolutely. Okay. Is it 30 or 35?
I think it's 30.
31.
31.
Yeah.
I think it's like 31, 61.
I got it in this big pile of papers here someplace.
I actually went through some of the state records today. It's interesting to see how many times Crawfordsville as a team and has players on the official Indiana High School State Coaches Association record book. Pitch.
Called strike.
Catches the outside corner.
Yep. ball. Nope, sorry, strike 2. I'm still digging for this.
Yeah, 2-2 here, sorry.
Still digging for this pitching thing here. Oh, here, nope, that's Crawfordsville's notes.
Foul tip.
Peach comes up with it in the glove. So that is Swick's first strikeout in his second inning pitched.
It's just on the throwing the ball around the infield, it squirts away, and that's just again indicative of what's been going on here for the little bit of crazy ball for the Chaargers.
All right, here we go. 35. 1 to 35, 0 days. 36 to 60 is 1 day.
All right, so
You're only off by 5. But Peach has to sit tomorrow no matter what. Caden Jones is up. A double with an RBI and an intentional walk.
Well, I bet we'll probably see Clary start for them tomorrow night.
Right.
Possibly Donahue's, I know, has thrown some as well.
Yep.
So.
Well, and Clary has got, Clary, I was just looking here, he leads the Sagamore Conference in earned run average. So I would certainly expect to see him. This one gets into play. Oh! Well, there's a handful of errors. Nobody was heading over in time to cover first base, but the ball goes through Warren's legs, so it's going to be an E4.
Yeah, they switched that. That's Donahue.
That's Donahue there, sorry.
They took Kai out, and that's Donahue slid over
so that's
second.
Donahue, so it's an E4 no matter what.
Yeah.
So Jones reaches on the E. Dowell is 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts. Oh, the fans are all.
Oh, it's just.
Fans.
You gotta. Oh, get it out.
There's ball. It's just a long way. It's a long fly ball out. Plant hauls it down.
Nice job by Plant.
Yep, sure was. And that's 3 outs for the Athenians. No runs, no hits, an error, and 1 left. Swick after 3, 7, 11.
Good to know.
And then 4, 9, 11, 12, 23 pitches for him.
Got an update from Inspired Fan, Danny Mancuster.
Yep, thanks.
We got Southmont beats Lebanon 10-5.
Yes.
So good deal. Good guys.
I hate to ask Danny, but I just want to make sure, is that softball or baseball?
It says baseball. B-ball.
It's baseball. Okay. Because everybody plays the same teams in the Sagamore matchup, so I just want to make, that'd be a huge win for the South girls if they could beat Lebanon. Man,
on softball, yeah, no doubt.
If that would be a softball. BB, got it. Oh yeah, thank you. It's on the left. That's a huge win for the. That's a gigantic momentum builder for the Mounties.
Yeah.
Because they were sitting at 1-10 in the conference. Now they're at 2-10, and just a big win. They've been so close on so many different things.
Knocking on the door. They finally kicked it in. Good for them.
And Lebanon falls to 3-9 over in the conference season. So congrats to South. That's just a really good win for those guys.
Hang one more on somebody, and they can get out of the cellar.
Yes, or at least tie.
Yeah.
Because Lebanon and Frankfurt both sit with 3 wins. Other action tonight around the Sagamore Conference. Tri-West and Frankfurt are playing. Webo and Danville are playing. We just got a Lebanon and Southmont score there. Then this game here, that takes care of all 8 Sagamore Conference teams. Everybody plays everybody the same. It's all the same setup tomorrow night. It's just at the other guy's field. And then everybody's got 1 game left to be played by the end of the week, and then that'll end the Sagamore Conference. Some teams have a game next Monday, some don't, as we get set up. There's a hot foul ball into the net. Gregory Peach had an F4 his first time up, fly ball to second. This one's off the fist. Abney comes up, double clutches, and throws to first. B-Dowell. BB. I always keep those two. Either Abney's at second, Dowell's on the corners.
So
5-3.
Let me get this. I'm going to be quiet. I'm not even going to talk about it. There's something happening here, and I'm not going to talk about it. I'll let you.
All right.
I'll let you.
It's a never mind.
Yeah.
For the time being. Colin Connect next up. Yeah, I wasn't going to say anything about it, so that's a called strike. Connect popped out. Actually, as a foul out that Johnson came all the way into foul territory to pick up. just off the edge. Count evens out at 1-1. No, I noticed that after the third inning. So Johnson works, fires, called strike. Connects a 305 hitter. Probably stayed just about 300 after the out made in the last at bat. Swing and a miss on the high heat.
I was looking down through here to see if there was any
eighth strikeout for Johnson.
See if there's any softball updates from anywhere else. The Athenian girls won a big game over the
big
Chaargers.
come from behind win. They were down. They were down for most of the first 4 innings and had a big. It was like the 5th of the 6th. They put a bunch of runs up.
Yeah.
This is America, starting pitcher, now playing first base. 340 hitter, popped out, actually fouled out technically to Seadow. First pitch is, that pitch didn't go where Johnson wanted it. America's got a duck.
I don't see anything.
Nothing on the scoreboard yet, eh?
Yeah.
A rip.
Oh. Got a
Dowell's got to throw.
Oh.
Okay.
Well, they're gonna put that up as that's an error.
No, that's not an error. Not in this scorer's mind. I know what's on the scoreboard. That has nothing to do with what's going on down there. That's where they're gonna.
Yeah.
I know the guys upstairs. Normally, when I'm sitting up there, they sit and ask, "What do you think?" So that was a tough chance. It was a tough chance. Check with the coaches afterwards, but we may have to send a text down because if that turns into the.
It might depend on whether it's a no-hitter or not.
Yeah, that's
and
exactly
that's what
right.
I wasn't going to talk about before that.
Yep.
Trent was actually throwing
a perfect game.
Perfect game.
Yep. Well, no matter what happens, a perfect game is gone.
Yeah.
So. America dives back to first base. There's a rip to
double play ball.
6-4.
Don't need it.
But so the FC. Fitzwater to that one was to Abney. So no runs. We're gonna have to double check on the hits and errors, and 1 left on
11
base.
pitches again.
Yep. 51 pitches. And we move to the bottom of the 5th inning. You have Tommy Coy's number.
Yeah, actually I do.
If you do, all right. One of us got
it down.
All right. Need the ruling on the hit and error. After a couple of guys got more than Christmas gifts on a couple of Crawfordsville scoring things on Saturday. There were a couple of just routine errors that when I got the box score from the team, they called them base hits, and we'll see. I know that this coaching staff really coaches. I mean, they are very tough on their defenders.
Yes.
For them to call this an error would not surprise me.
No.
But I would respectfully disagree. But we got to get it all right, because if John Story says it's a no-hitter, and my story says it's a one-hitter, everybody's going to wonder who in the heck wasn't paying attention.
I know who most people are going to listen to.
Yeah.
At least sitting here tonight.
Yeah.
No offense.
That's it. Called strike for Blackburn. Blackburn has reached on a fielder's choice and drove in a run on that fielder's choice, and then doubled to drive in 2 more.
1-1 count.
1-1. Put in play down the right field line. Fair foul. It's going to stay fair.
Fair.
Yep. Coble, good wheels over there. He drifts over and picks it up. Register the first out.
I saw by Frederick hustling out there too to kind of keep let him know where he was.
Yep.
Bryce covering a lot of ground out there.
Absolutely.
Fielder,
That brings up Kellerman.
Will Kellerman.
Kellerman's got a couple of Ks on.
Yeah,
he's got a couple of Ks hanging around his neck already tonight. Called strike. Swick in his third inning of work here has shut down the Athenian offense. There's a 4-hopper to second and the throw. Donahue was wondering if that extra hop was going to cost him, but Kellerman not able to leg it out quite that quickly. So 2 up, 2 down for Crawfordsville in the bottom of the 5th inning. Peyton Abney walked and scored in the second. He was the first guy to face Swick in the third and flew out to short. Goes digging for one in ankle high on the first pitch and flies out to center field. So that was 3, 4, 5. That was a 6-pitch inning. So the Athenians at least putting us back on a time schedule if nothing else.
Sure.
And we head back to the north side of the ledger. It's 6-0 after 2 solid innings to start. Away we move. So Johnson comes back out. 2, 4, 7, 8 Ks.
Yeah, I'm sure they'll look at Trent with his pitch count as low as it is. They'll let him work deep into the game, if not the complete game tonight.
They'll let him go as far as possible because there's no reason not to. With there's nothing left in they were not able to get the Benton Central game rescheduled, and I don't know how much interest there was in getting it anyway.
Yeah.
And that puts Trent available to throw on Friday, against Frankfort in the final conference game, and then there's nothing until Monday against McCutcheon at McCutcheon. So.
I'll be curious to see how we pitch that one, because then you turn around. What is it, Wednesday? Then you play Monday, and then you turn around and play again on Wednesday to start the season.
Right. Well, I would imagine that you would not throw either Johnson or Seedowell against McCutcheon. That'll be a B-Dowell game.
One would think.
So although you could get them each in the inning,
right?
Just to keep them limber for be available, because you want them both available for a full boat for the sectionals, no matter what happens in the sectionals, because that's a 1 game only, or not 1 game sectional, but it's you don't have to play a second game that day, and you got to wait a couple of days. Here's a squibber. That's another tough play for Dowell.
Can't come up with that one.
Yep. They put another error up. Those are tough plays, folks. I mean, those are not.
Well, he's coming from third base and actually touched the ball in a straight line between the rubber and second base. That's most third basemen aren't going to cover that much ground. I mean, this guy normally plays shortstop, and that looked like a play for the shortstop. I think Vidal actually cut Kate Fitzwater off.
Yeah.
Trying to, because the ball was dying in the grass.
Right. Well, I'm not disagreeing. It's not a judgment error, but that's more than routine effort. So. Yeah. But the guys are up in the score box are putting it down. We're gonna send Tommy Coy another one. Are they gonna call?
He hasn't answered the first one yet. He's probably not looking at his phone right now.
No. There's a foul. Early swing heading to the football field.
Got all around.
This is Cade Coble. Coble strikeout victim in the third inning. So Warren's on first. Well, I'm sorry, courtesy runner is at first, and that is there's a throw over. Get my notes out here.
Stocky guy, whoever it is.
Yes, let's see if I can find my rhyme.
30-something.
35. It is pitch strike. It can't be 35. 35 is Swick. Unless it's...
Maybe it's 30. Just Kevin
Ambriz.
Pitcher outfielder.
Yeah, let's see if we can...
Either that or it's 33, which is Alec Asbury, who's on the JV roster. I guess it could be Carson McCoy, 31.
Yep. Swing and a miss.
9 strikeouts for Johnson now.
Coble takes a seat. Plant comes back up, top of the order for
The center fielder,
North.
Plant.
He won't. Whoever's on first base for the Chargers won't quite turn far enough around.
Called strike here on Plant. Plant has struck out twice, swinging. Johnson has 9, as you mentioned.
33. Thank you, Michael.
Okay.
That would be Alec.
It's got to be Alec Asbury,
sophomore.
Throw over to first. Plant. Called strike.
Just handcuffed
yeah.
him right there.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12. 12 balls so far. Strike 3. And the guy's on first. He can't move. Double digits in strikeouts. So that gives Trent Johnson continues to build on his state leading strikeout total. Now has 111 on the year. 10 tonight. Justin Clary, 1 strikeout, ground out, his first appearance. And there's a little drifter out there. Well, that's going to end all the discussions. Right. So that's a base hit to right field. So Clary, whether I call it 3 hits or whether everybody calls it 1 hit, 2 runners are on base for North Montgomery, and the no-hitter. The no-hitter has undisputedly gone away. Trent has 1 no-hitter on the season. Don't remember where it was. I remember it was early. I know it's in the stats here someplace. So anyway, he's got to work out of the stretch. Timeout. Asked for by Bryce Frederick. Frederick with 2 strikeouts. 1 looking, 1 swinging. Two on, 2 out for North. Excuse me, check swing, off contact. This is to Abney. He'll throw it to first and get the out.
Stumbled there a little bit while he was coming up on it. Okay, so this might, let's see. Let's see if we can find out.
And Trent threw 3, 4, 5, 6. Only 9 pitches, though. 60 through 6 innings. So that'll bring North back up in the bottom of the 6th inning. Games move right along. After Crawfordsville got 6 in the first 2 innings, I thought we were going to be looking at a short game, and now it is sailed right through here.
I was looking through the record book here. I was going to see.
Oh, I got a copy of the record book.
No, the state record book.
Oh, the state record book.
State record book.
What you looking for? Strikeouts in a season?
Well, I was looking to see where it's astronomical. I remember that. So here we go.
Okay, so Trent now is at 307. He's still in 4th place. He's got to get 52 more strikeouts to catch Andrew Swart. Stephen Rice, 521, Cameron Hobson, 381, Andrew Swart, 359, and now Trent Johnson over 300. So they are the exclusive members of the 300 strikeout club in Crawfordsville pitching history. So the 111 is now moving close. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It is the 10th. If he has no more strikeouts the rest of the year, It's the 10th best season in Crawfordsville history.
I was looking at strikeouts in a season. To even sniff the state record book, you've got to get to 196. So.
Yes, indeed. And at the plate, we got somebody that you know pretty well.
Yeah, senior getting his first AB for the night tonight.
Yep, Cale Wendelin.
Been on a bit of a hot streak here lately. So.
Yes. Pinch hitting in the 6th. He has had some good, in addition to just not being able to stay out of the way of pitch balls.
Yeah.
Got hit again on Saturday. It's the 14th time, and that ties Jake Zarowski for the most times hit by a pitch in a season in Crawfordsville baseball lore.
And I will tell you, it hit him in the exact same spot as he got hit Friday night. So he got a double
that
purple bruise.
Stung. I bet that stung just a little bit.
Yeah, luckily the guy wasn't throwing too hard on Saturday.
Good deal. Get some numbers here. Kale. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Kale hitting .262 on the year. 11 runs scored, 11 hits, 8 RBIs. Swing and a miss. One down. That'll bring up B. Dowell. Brendan Dowell has reached base on a fielder's choice in the second and scored a run, and then flew out to short his second time up. Swick continues to work. Connor Swick's been in since the bottom of the third inning, and Crawfordsville has yet to dent the scoreboard against him.
Sure. Yeah, complete different look at, coming out of the hand and everything than what you see with Mitch. So Vidal asks for timeout. Mike DuBois grants it.
I wish I was a boy so I could go to ball back.
Foul ball. Ball up. And into play. It's going to fall short. Little
Texas Leaguer.
Yeah, little Texas Leaguer. And Dowell gets his first hit of the ball game. That's the 6th Crawfordsville hit of the game. And that'll bring the top of the order up for the Athenians.
The pitcher, T. Rent Johnson.
I think Dave enjoys the rivalry as much as anybody sitting in the bleachers.
That's exactly right.
I think I've heard him say Northmont a couple of times. Not tonight yet.
Not yet. Well, that'll come towards the end of the game.
I was going to say, if the Chaargers crowd keeps getting excited about one good play, I have a feeling he'll probably drop that on him.
Yep. Then he can lock the door, so that they don't storm the Bastille,
Yeah. Vidal with a healthy lead over there.
Called strike 2. Well, one thing, Coach, the last time I talked about it, one thing Trent Johnson doesn't do is strike out. And he doesn't. There's a smash.
The Crawfordsville student section letting the North of Montgomery student section hear about that one. That was the large. So it's a good, healthy rivalry.
That's what rivalry is all about. So Johnson reaches on the E5, and that'll bring Carson Scott up.
The designated hitter, Carson Scott.
Scott bunted for a single in the first inning, and scored Crawfordsville's second run. He has gone 0 for 2 since.
This might be a thing where you're starting to see they're asking for timeout. I think to get Trent a jacket. Oh, pinch runner.
Oh, courtesy runner actually.
Yeah,
This is Luke Mangold.
The courtesy runner at first base for Crawfordsville, number 29, Luke Mangold.
No reason to wear your dude out.
Yeah. Well, or take a chance on turning an ankle or anything.
Right,
at this point.
right.
That's what we were talking about with the McCutcheon game earlier. It's one of those things is you want to go out and you want to compete and you want to win, but it's also 2 days before your first sectional game,
right.
so you're not necessarily going to go out there and take unnecessary risks.
Nope, that's for sure. Called strike.
I think what you might be seeing here, maybe with Swick a little bit, is this now the second time through the order for everybody? So you're starting to. These guys have seen the breaker now and are being able to
start
adjust.
to sit on it a little bit, maybe.
Make an adjustment.
Dowell thought he saw something, and he was on a boot, scoot, and boogie to heading for third, and then he stopped.
Yeah, Swick stepped off there at the
Yeah.
last second.
He would have been in no man's land in about one more step.
Tyler
pitches up.
Tyler just about slipped
Yep.
once he realized what was going on with B-Dow. So I think sign comes in from Coach Froge. This might be fake bunt right here. Trying to maybe move Dowell 90 feet closer to scoring a run.
1-1 on the count.
Yeah, there's a
foul.
I can't believe that Carson was able to get the bat on that.
I know. That pitch was literally on his fist.
Yeah,
and
really.
right under his chin.
Yeah, when I say, and we talked about that the other day on the air. That's typically when you see guys square around the bunt and you're pitching, that you try to throw up and in on them, so they can't get the bat on the ball.
Yep. 1-2 count here.
Dowell he's standing behind the umpire.
Foul ball. Foul ball. Oh, timeout.
Timeout.
Asked for by Scott.
Scott, yeah. Dowell, he's playing a little game of cat and mouse. He's actually, I don't know if it shows up on the camera, it's right on the edge of. Brendan is actually, he's making a straight line between himself and the pitcher, using the base umpire as a distraction.
Yep.
There's Mitch Merrick might be.
Yep.
He slides over, and the Chaargers wisely go over and cover third for Mitch because B-Dow actually could have advanced.
Yes.
Tag up after.
On a foul out.
Foul out.
So Scott is the second out of the inning, and that'll bring Caden Jones up. Jones doubling an RBI in the first inning. Walked intentionally and reached on an error in the fourth. Dead ball.
No.
What do we got? Oh, that got Du Bois.
Yeah. So everybody just walked. I think they thought it hit Caden, but it didn't.
So now with that dead ball, well, the ball got away. All right. Well,
everybody left before
the ball got away from Peach, so that's going to be a wild pitch advance.
Pass ball. So now
there's runners on second and third for Crawfordsville.
Oh.
Called strike.
In case you didn't hear it,
get the boobers moving.
Yeah,
you
so
know,
Caden looking to just absolutely crack this one wide open with one swing of the bat if he can. Swing and a miss.
He was swinging for the fences right there. Time of the ball game when the fans have run out of things to be nice about, so now they're just going to be surly. You know, they're cheering for their side and against the other guys. 1-2 count. Yep.
That's going to get through. Oh, Clary, nice job.
Clary gets over, fires, and out.
Nice job.
Nice play by Clary. Short there to come
Strong
up.
arm out there.
Yep.
Strong arm.
Runs on 2 hits, 1 Charger error, and 2 left.
Dave, where is the second hit? It's no runs on 1 hit. And the E5. And 2 guys left on base. All righty. And let's see. Swick throws 3, 7, 11, 15, 19 pitches. 48 so far. That'll bring Trent Johnson out. Let's see. Crawfordsville's got some defensive changes. Perman is in at first. Bennett's still here. Johnson's still pitching. That looks like Abney at second.
Yep.
Fitzwater's got to be staying at short. I'm expecting.
Kellerman's still in left.
He's a lefty out there. There comes B-Doll to second base. Blackburn, just that one. That's all Mike's pointing to there.
Caden is the other left-hander out there,
right?
So just one. Pierman.
Just one. So Pierman will be in. Well, he's in defensively for Chase Dowell. Well, and see that will.
He'll have to hit for him too, because we've got. Yeah.
Oh, this is top of 7, so.
Doesn't matter.
Yep. Pierman's not. Pierman, if you're a Crawfordsville fan, you're hoping Pierman's not going to get a chance to bat.
Yeah. So we're talking about Trent. He's what did you say? 11 strikeouts out in the game so far. So the most strikeouts in a game, 22. And then you have Stephen Rice with the 23 in 10 innings.
Yep.
Actually, is the And then you have to go all the way back to 1953. Ted Beeler for Speedway had 23 also in a 10-inning game.
Yeah, and I apologize. 10. It's 10 Ks for Trent.
Yeah, 10. Okay,
10.
He's at 10.
Leading off for the Chaargers.
10 on the day, 111 for the season, and 3:08 now for his career.
Strike.
Called strike. This is Gregory Peach. 0 for 2. Fly out, ground out. Chargers' last hurrah here. Ball in the dirt.
They checked it up. Thought he might have gone.
Did go around. Nobody's asking for any help.
Nah. I'm sure Trent wants it honest.
Yeah. Called strike.
Peach foul.
Foul ball back. These two teams square off at North Montgomery tomorrow at Charger Field at 7 o'clock. So if you're in the shouting vicinity of Montgomery County, folks, North Crawfordsville, always a good matchup. Peach drives one. He drives one deep, but it's pretty high to the barrier and in front of the fence. F8. Blackburn pulls it down.
Can't hit it much harder than that and keep it in the park.
Nope, that's for sure. Peach, who leads the Sagamore Conference with 3 home runs, was looking for his 4th, but it got about 355, maybe 358 feet or so out there. It got about to the warning track, and that was the end of the story. So 1 out for
the left fielder,
North Montgomery. Colin Connect. Foul out, strikeout.
Chin music there from Trent.
Yep, up and in. As we said, these two teams square off again tomorrow. The Chargers have got a game later in the week. Oops. He did go strike.
I think it was a strike. It Yeah. I think Trent's going to show him I can throw it again and get Mike to call it a strike for it.
Yeah. Every once in a while you fool the umpire too.
Nope, comes right after the fastball.
There's the 11th strikeout.
Touching.
2 outs. Top of 7.
The third baseman, Mitch Merica.
Let's bring up Mitch Merica. Mitch was the starting pitcher. He'll be tagged with a loss if this thing stands as it is. Swing and a miss. We've got to go down and check some scorebooks. I have Mitch down as reaching on a base hit in the 5th inning, but the scoreboard gave it an error. Swing and a miss, strike 2. The one hit we know of for sure is Justin Clary has a single that can't be taken off the board. Foul ball. Johnson he's gotten to 70 pitches now. He's thrown a few more this inning than it's 5, 10. This is the 15th pitch of this inning, so this is the most he's thrown in any inning this day. Winds and fires, strike 3.
Nothing but gas.
Nothing but gas there. No runs, no hits, no errors. Way left.
Congratulations to Trent Johnson, pitching a complete game, 1-hit shutout with 12 strikeouts.
Dozen strike.
Ladies and gentlemen, your 2014 outright Sagamore
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yep, a dozen strikeouts for Trent. You heard Dave Rayner talking about it. North scoreless. One hit officially on the board. And the Athenians.
One guy to second base.
Yeah, Warren got to second, reached on a hit/error, and
Clary moved him over.
Yep.
That was it. Nobody made it past second base for the Chaargers.
That's right. So Trent Johnson picks up his 8th win of the year. His ERA will drop even lower than his 0.79 before it started today. He allows that one hit, struck out 12, so he goes to 113 on the season and has surpassed the 300 mark for his career. Mitch America picks up the loss for North Montgomery. He falls to 1-3 on the year. And again, these two teams will square off tomorrow. North Montgomery falls to 10-11, 7-5 in the Sagamore Conference. The Athenians win their 21st of the season. They are now 12-0 and the undisputed Sagamore Conference champions for the second year in a row with a record now of 12-0. So Aaron, it was a great night. A great night for Crawfordsville. 6 runs in the first inning, and Trent Johnson makes it stand without a problem.
Yeah, just absolutely dominance by Trent Johnson on the mound tonight. At will, being able to send the guys down. So looks like the weather's going to be great for the rest of the week, so we encourage you. We will not be broadcasting tomorrow night, so you'll have to come out to the game, see it in person, but I'm sure it will be another gem. So come out and see it.
And if this is the end of it until sectional play, it has been a real pleasure to work with everybody, and thanks to all the great folks and staff and help that we've been getting through the course of these broadcasts. So the Athenians win their 21st of the season and clinch the undisputed Sagamore Conference Championship with a 6-0 win over the North Montgomery Chargers. For Aaron and all our staff, Jeff Nelson says, and Mr. Duggar, absolutely, Mike Smith over there in the camera. Thanks much to the guys. We greatly appreciate all your input and all your feedback, and we will talk again someday down the road. Safe travels to everybody, and good night.
Shut her down.